Yeah, love how you move.
All around the world.
I wanna take you to Art Basel, some shit like that.
All around the world. Boys stare, girls swirl.
Huh.
Damn, you trigger happy.
Bang, bang.
So
The
happy to
primary
see
purpose of the
you.
CAF podcast is to express
Got your foot
forum
all
for
over
creatives to
that
express their
ass.
personal views or opinions
Won't you
without
slow it
restriction or
down,
censorship.
baby?
All views or opinions expressed during the CAF podcast are solely those of individuals expressing such views or opinions and does not reflect the views of the CAF podcast.
If you ain't touch nothing else, we just gonna rock and roll from there. All right, man. Cal Podcast, man. We back with another episode of the 4040 series, man. I think this will be episode 6, if I'm correct. I gotta go back and check. But the person we got, we're on season 8, so it's been five seasons since he last got on. And a lot has changed from his life to the world to our life. So we had to bring him back all the way from the West Coast. He's no longer Keef Brown. He is now Mr. Brown. Y'all, welcome back to the calf, the one and only Keef Brown back in the calf. What up, Keef?
What's good, my nigga?
Straight out like that. I was keeping it political, but he got straight to the end. All right. So, man, first of all, Keith, man, good to see you. Good to hear from you, man. Welcome back to the calf. Happy New Year, bro. How's everything else going on your end?
Everything good, man. Nigga over here trying to figure out how to be a husband the right way and how to be a vice principal and shit. Trying to figure out if I still even want to do that shit. But you know, maintaining, trying to make another dollar no matter how much they tax it.
Right. That's all we ask for. All right, but before we get started, Keith, the first question that we always ask people in the calf, and we stole this question from Charlamagne the God. Keith, how is your mental health?
My mental health, shit, that's a good ass question. I'm anxious most of the time. You know what I'm saying? Not as depressed as I could be. ADHD kicking my ass. Other than that, I'm good. I'm maintaining. I'm no more crazy than your average black man. You know?
Okay. Keith, hey, real talk, that light behind you.
Let me hold up.
Yeah.
Turn off floor lamp.
Coming right up.
Mm-hmm. Come on. Man. I'm paying Siri too much damn money. Where my phone go?
It's the light right behind you. Just dim it down a little bit.
Hold up. Oh, that's why. There it go.
Yeah, that's way better.
The show.
Okay, so Keith, our 40 series, man. I started because I noticed that my age group we either get near 40 or are 40, and I know a lot of things has changed where stuff that we used to do we ain't doing, and stuff that we wouldn't do we are doing. So when I started this series, I was like, I need to talk to people around that because once again, life has changed. So right now, starting off, man. Keith, how old are you?
39. And
39.
2 months.
In 2 months.
39 and 2 months.
39 and 2 months. So, as my Capricorn brother, first question we ask people, what has changed in your life that you where in your younger days, you was like, it's whatever?
My body. This shit don't do what it used to. Like, I remember, like, I've been in the gym, right? Trying to finally get when I first got married. Well, when I first got engaged, I said I was going, we set a weight loss goal. I didn't get nowhere close to meeting it. Matter of fact, I moved in the other direction. So I had got a personal trainer. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Had ups and downs with that. So where I'm at now is I'm down 17 pounds from like November.
Come on now.
You know what I'm saying? And so I go, my whole extra fat life. So shit. After undergrad, goddamn, I'm out of shape. Okay. But when I'm back in shape, I can fire out of a 3-point stance, right?
Okay.
I could defend my life if I needed to right now, physically. But I don't know if I can explode out of a 3-point stance. You know what I'm saying? You eat certain things, your body disagree with something you eat. You get sick. Now that shit lasts 10 days. I fall down. That's even been 2 years ago. I tore a ligament to my knee just slipping on the wrong side of the floor. I can't afford to fall no more.
Keith, I went in hoop. I want to say a year. I want to say probably a year and 4 months ago. My knee still haven't recovered from it yet. Like I
Just
don't know.
it
Like
don't do
and
what
it
it
was it
used
was
to.
it was just a simple layup.
Yeah, yeah.
But when I came down, I knew something was wrong.
And the trip part is when I hurt the knee, I was over that in 3 days. It's like, okay, torn ligaments, I can't run, I'm limping, that'll heal up. I'm used to that. It flared up my sciatic nerve. I ain't never felt pain like that. I got, which arm is this one? Yeah, them scars right there. I was putting my weight on a small shelf I had just got from Amazon and ripped through it because I couldn't get up no other way because the nerve was kicking my ass. And I don't even remember the pain in the arm from these deep scratches that have left these deep ass scars because that was hurting way worse. The chiropractor is my best friend. I got an appointment in a week to go see her. It's gonna be very painful, but then I'm gonna feel good for another couple of months. It be shit like that. So yeah, I would definitely say my body just don't do what it used to. I don't. This shit, you know, it affects the stroke game. You know what I'm saying? You can't really.
Boy. Boy, so it affects the stroke game, boy. Hey, look, hold on. We don't go there yet, Keith, man. We gotta
All
say
right,
something.
all right,
We gotta say something there. We gotta say something because we got a lot to talk about before we even get
For
to
sure.
that. Because let me just jump into it because I wrote a whole bunch of stuff down, but I said with you,
For
ain't no
sure.
telling which way we're gonna go.
Right.
But Keith, you popped out married on us, and I know you had a old lady.
Yes.
So, but then I looked up like, nah, this man married.
Yeah.
So how do you what, for the men out there? Well, you know
For
what? Because we got a lot of way more women followers than I
sure.
thought. What was that decision was like when you said it's time? Because I think a lot of ladies really who been in a
Um,
relationship, they want to know when does the man make the decision like it's time?
to tell the truth, I mean that's gonna vary, you know what I'm saying, for the man and what he values. But in terms of I would say when he know he got somebody that is rare, you know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying, presents a certain quality that's rare that you can't really get from everywhere. Because when you grow up, especially around our age, pussy is pussy, whatever. A vibe is a vibe, cool. They all cool, right? After a while, they all cool, good looking, and fun to be with, right?
Yep.
And even loyal. All that stuff, all them prerequisites that make it, all that will be there in everyone that you pick after a while. But when she starts to prove something that you can't get from somewhere else, and it's something that he might see in his mother,
Oh,
that's when you know. So for me, it was a moment I had a revelation. Okay, this is the one. And then the other thing I say is check in, and I don't know, maybe I'm that much more of a real nigga, but I will say if you have his homegirl's approval, and I'm talking about multiple women, right? It's a matter of time, you know.
mm.
Then after that is my bag straight, you know what I'm saying? Whatever I wanted to do before I married whoever, if I'm there, then yeah, foregone conclusion.
Now you said something because you say it's something when the vibe of like your mother, but you got some women say, "I ain't your mother."
I mean, now it's so yeah, definitely. Like, I mean, I'm definitely not suggesting some matriarchal figure in your life, but that home feeling, like, it's it's that's because that's my wife, right? So it's not, you're more than old girl. You are more than my girl, more than, you know what I'm saying, a piece of meat. All of that, you know, it's the, this is my partner, somebody that I feel like I got to have around, and somebody I feel like I have to nurture, right? In the way the relationship should be, as, you know, somebody that's a grown man. How you tend to your mother, same thing. If that feeling comes out, you know what I'm saying, when I'm mad at you because you did something that wasn't safe, that's the wife to be. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, yeah, definitely not no oh, she folded my drawers and ironed my shirt for work and all this other stuff. It ain't that. It's not that. It's the, this woman makes me feel safe and I have to nurture this relationship. That type of thing is what makes a wife.
Keef, at the age you at right now, did you see yourself married?
Yeah, I always did. Just because I thought, you know, with the way I grew up, my parents divorced when I was 10, and my dad is a man's man, and I feel like it was something that's his own fault that he lost out on, right? And his own fault, that's something that he's admitted to us as his sons. But for me, it's always something I wanted to get to, but I definitely knew for a while, shit, I had the reputation. She got to be special because I don't pick just anyone. You know what I'm saying? Everybody, again, everybody fun, good time to be around. Shit, when I found her, I was having fun with a few that's a good time to be around. You know what I'm saying? And I always left myself open to the possibility, but I was never chasing it. Never chasing it. It just, you know, lightning in a bottle, and it was like, all right, well, let's do it. That type of thing.
But 40-40 series here with Keef, right? Just the fact that, so out of my homeboys, I know from college and life, yours was different to me, and I'm trying not to sound like political. Yours is different because I always, even in college, Keith, I saw women gravitate to you,
Right.
and it was something. It was like, I don't know whether it was the voice, is he from the Bay, or it was the poetry, but it was always something about you, and I was like, sooner or later, I knew it was gonna happen, but I just didn't know how fast. And on top of that, I always knew, like, when you did do it, it was gonna be right because you just didn't make them type of decisions.
Exactly.
Like you can you, Pat, and Perk, and I'm gonna just use y'all three for example. You, Pat, and Perk. I already know for a fact when y'all say yes, it's gonna be because this woman was something different. Don't get me wrong. Like you said, you can have your fun. Booty is booty. Hey, whatever. But when I know for a fact, especially right now with one Pat situation, the fact that he brought her around,
that's when you know. That's when you know. That's when with him, yeah.
Yeah, so like y'all just give me that vibe because it just can't happen. Like, all right, man, I got her pregnant. Let me marry her. Oh man, she been with me for this many years. Oh man, she did this for me. Let me marry her. No, it's just I got a partner right now, Keith. I know he married this woman because he felt like he had to lock it down because she did this for him. And I asked him, like, bro, you really love this woman? Because, bro, I'm at the point in my life where now if and this go for you too, any of my married friends, if we go out,
right,
and you do something and your girl asks him, I'm gonna tell her the truth.
Straight up. Straight up.
We was at the strip club. I forgot he was even married the way he was acting. I'm just tired of seeing it. That's all.
It's just, and this is some shit I learned from Pat. I don't know if this might not need to be edited out, but there's in the space.
Yeah.
That sets And it's really because just like when you get married, you spend time with other married people. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? And so it's a certain behavior, right? If for no other reason than I don't want to hear my woman talk about this bullshit you got going on, because she gonna complain to you. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Because but it's an integrity thing. Ain't no telling what could pop off because you out here. You know what I'm saying? If you gonna do that, I'm not finna police your life. I tell you do better as a man, but I'm not finna police you. But don't bring your dirt to my doorstep because I can't afford
Nah,
to be around it.
that's a lot. Make sure I wrote that time down because I just didn't feel like deeper.
Yeah,
So
but that's
let me
just an
ask you this.
example. Because you know,
No, I got you. I got you. I got you. And by the way, I have gotten better because before time, like, yeah, I edit out. It'd be all in the video on YouTube. Listen, it's 3 videos on YouTube that I told people I edited. I didn't.
right,
But
right.
they ain't never gonna check, so it don't matter. So when we get famous and big and they see it, like, I thought you said you edited. Oh, I lied, bro, but it's all good. But let me keep it moving because now as a married man, what are some things that you're recognizing? Like before you was like, you just put like, it's just like going outside. You like, I'm put on a jacket, some
Right,
shoes and go. Now as a married man, you're like, hold up.
right.
Let me put on
Um,
clean, let me put on like some better drawers, or let me put on 2 black socks instead of 2 socks.
it's stuff like that because before, you single, you stepping out. Every time you go outside is bait, right? Or at least your reputation is on the line, right? And then when you lock something down, oh well shit, I ain't got nobody to impress. You know what I'm saying?
Mm,
So you kind of let yourself go. The other side of marriage is you have to represent her. So,
come
and that
on.
was really something that I had learned from her because she started to change the way that she dressed when she went out after she became Mrs. Brown. You know what I'm saying? So that type of thing, but that's cute shit. What I learned that I had to change about myself, because that puts me in the mind of coasting. You just whatever happens. Like if I go outside and it get cold when I go outside, hey man, I just got to make it from whatever building I'm in to the car. I'll be fine, and I can warm up then. Just whatever, right? My mental health is important to keep in check all the time. I have a responsibility to my wife to make sure that I'm being happy because my happiness affects how I show up in our marriage. Because if I'm not, then I'm self-soothing with, what I'm saying, alcohol and food and, different shit like that. I have to be attentive to making sure I'm spending quality time with her, which is not, it's not as simple as, you know, we in the same space. I know that you safe. I ain't outside wilding out, and that should be good
Mm-hmm.
enough. But it's not.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? You got to continue to date her. So I got to make sure in a lot of different ways that I'm being the best person to myself because it's going to affect how I show up in the marriage. And that's the difference between um, everybody's sweet on the weekends, right? But when she's your
Mm-hmm.
permanent weekend plan, then you feel like you ain't got to do much. And it's like, nah, you got to do what she likes to do. You have to find interest in the things that she likes and find a way to, because sometimes as men, what we'll do is get locked into a provider type of thing. Like we putting together the home gym. I walk out, I see her little mini treadmill thing. The cord is too short for her to have it right in front of the TV.
Mm-hmm.
I don't break stride. I pull out my phone, jump on Amazon, get the extension cord. The next time she sees me, she says, "Babe, I need it." It's done, right? I feel like that's love. And it is. But that ain't romance. You know what I'm saying? So it's certain shit like that. You got to be on point for. Romance is definitely, and all of this shit it's really cliche. Yes, it's, hey girl, get up. We going, be ready in 30 minutes. you got to keep doing shit like that, right? You can't get comfortable, right? You can't get complacent. And whether it's romance,
Even as a married man, you still every day dating your wife.
yeah, man, I'm trying to figure out like what we doing. I had to not find out, but I had to make sure I was careful with my words because she was sitting here in my office with me before we started the pod. So I had to explain to her, hey, babe, I'm doing a podcast this evening at 6. And I just kind of went, oh, so would you like me to? I said, yes, please, baby. And I'm going to see you in a minute. Instead of, hey, I got some shit to do. I'm going to holler at you in a minute. Because that's not, very attentive to my words, you know what I'm saying, that I say. And so with that, okay, I got to make up this time. What are we doing Saturday? Let me check her schedule, plan something. Let's go do this. You know what I'm saying? And then enjoy who she is after that. You know what I'm saying? That work that you put in trying to pull her, when you get married, it has to continue.
Okay. I ain't gonna stay on this marriage too long. I got two more questions. One, I heard the first one, I heard Kurt Franklin said that you have single men who do have a girlfriend, but then they get married and they think it's a switch that they could just easily turn off from being single to married, to where they got stuff that's in their past where it's like they still ain't dealt with. And when I mean dealt with, I mean the other women, like letting them
Right.
go.
Right.
So when you did get married, or when you did say I do, those past women, did they like creep up? You was like, dang, I gave up this for that.
You know what? I joke a lot. I don't know enough scallywags. All the women, all the women that I was like, you know what I'm saying, they look too far. It's a flight to go see what's up with that. And
Okay.
you know what I'm saying? All of them was that little potential, the ones that, the little few pictures back and forth, all of that. Everybody got in line. Congratulations. This is really dope. She's really pretty. Happy for you. That was it. Now, the ghost of pussy past.
Come on now, talk to me now.
And it's not even like women that I've knocked down type of thing, right? But I've talked to my brothers where it's just like, hey man, I shoulda. And then you scrolling through Instagram, fuck. A missed opportunity. If you're not solid
Okay.
and in the decision that you made, then be careful. I happen to be solid in the decision I made, but that's still something that you should have men in your life of integrity that you can say that to. And it's really just kind of transferring the energy. You might send that to the group chat, bruh. Long time ago, it was this and this and this, and I was supposed to, hey man, I feel you. And then the feeling is gone. Right? That type of thing. If you solid. So for me, there was never, jokingly, unfortunately, it was never anybody that came and talked crazy. I seen your little girl, congratulations or whatever. It was never none of that energy. All the women was just, hey, this is dope. Congratulations. Happy for you. You deserve all of that shit. And I'm like, damn, if I'd have been trashed myself, I might have had a little bit of entertainment. But nah, man, for me. But so, and then on like, even like just for myself, before, I don't have the energy for 2 or 3 at a time. I mean, I keep a stable of, I'm single. It could be you, but even when I pick one and I go into a relationship, all right, bye. I got a girl. I don't have the energy for 2 of them to be tending to and all of it. No thanks. I'm good. So I didn't have no skeletons to clean up myself. No.
Okay. And then the last one it's a phrase that I heard a lot, and I was like, oh, that makes sense. But now, as a man, I'm not married. I like that is the most. It is one of the most dumbest phrases ever. Because when you heard "happy life, happy wife," I was like, well, at the time I was like, yeah, I want my wife to be happy. But now it's like,
Right.
if she's happy and I'm pissed, am I really a good husband for my wife at this moment? If I'm always trying to make her happy, so happy
I
wife, happy
did.
life.
I did that shit. I lived by it with a girlfriend I was living with.
Mm-hmm.
I tiptoed around her feelings and her anger. I never want her to be upset with me, right? Some shit I had to check with a therapist. Like, what the fuck is like this shit? Like, and it ruined me. I tried to get some life insurance. I was in my early 30s. That woman came, took my blood pressure and all of that stuff, and my shit was so high. She left scared I was gonna stroke out at any minute. Cause I put all my energy into making sure she would never be offended with anything I did or said. And I never did tend to myself. So yeah, it's not a you like I said earlier, I can't afford now that's the trick part is that's my default in a relationship. That's me coasting and being comfortable, right? But like I said, when I picked this one, what I learned after I married her is I have a responsibility to myself to make sure that I am happy. Because showing up with that energy was cool for the last one, but that don't work for her, right? And not to say that the last one was a devil or nothing like that, but my wife loves me for real. So I got a responsibility to make her happy because she won't, well, to make myself happy because she won't genuinely be happy if I'm not. With that said, every now and then you pick your battles. You know, you look and see. Man, the Jaguars playing Monday night. Oh, we going to brunch. You know what I'm saying? Or the late game, or whatever it is. Whatever it is that you doing that's making yourself happy. Include her or consider her. You know what I'm saying?
You just brought me down because I know for a fact we ain't gonna have no more Monday night games for at least 2 years. Keith, you just hurt me with that. We get what our first year we get a Monday night game and a Sunday night game. We lose both. The next year we back off the schedule. We not.
Crazy.
I take that back. We was on Monday night game. We had one game
They
number.
give you one. They did. They give everybody one. I think sometimes.
No. So I know this got nothing to do, but I'm just this football now.
Yeah.
Before that season, we made it to the playoff. We went 11 years, no Monday night, no Sunday night game. We had one Sunday night game, and then they flexed it out.
Lord. Amen.
Then this year we get a Monday night game. The third Monday night game, we play the Buffalo Bills, and they embarrass us. And I know for a fact we do. If we got a Monday night game coming up this season, I'll be highly shocked.
Shit, my Niners every primetime game we got embarrassed. They wait till prime time. So even when we went to the Super Bowl, prime time against Baltimore, trash.
But at least y'all get them. Listen. I'll even take Thursday night.
Hey man, I hate them Thursday games. I'm not gonna lie. I don't. But it is what. Sometimes you root for a trash team. It be like that.
Hey man, we got Keef Brown in here, Kid in the Cal podcast, man. 40-40 series. All right, Keef, let's switch gears for a minute. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you, Keef. This podcast really got started, and I took a lot of influence from you or yours. Keef, what happened to your podcast, bro? Because there was some real thoughts going on in your podcast.
Shit. It was that type of shit is hard to maintain. You know what I'm saying? As an educator, for me personally, my schedule was crazy. The truth of it is, I don't have strong thoughts on enough stuff to do a podcast on a consistent enough basis, right? So I tried different things when I was doing a podcast. It was I'm gonna talk my shit about this. eventually I'm gonna get to guests and stuff like that, or I would do storytelling in some facet. And after a while, it was a I can't keep up with the frequency that I promised myself I was going to bring to this,
Mm-hmm.
and knowing that I I listened to a few podcasts that only put out episodes intermittently, like whenever they felt like it, and I lost interest after a while because they didn't do nothing for a long time. And so I was like, well, if it's going to be that and I'm going to turn into that, well, let me do something different. And so I pulled everything down from all of my social sites and everything, and I made it chapter 2 of my book series, Real Nigga Quotes. So, you know what I'm saying? I
Bro,
put in the Instagram bio. If you want to
you
find it, it's all still
like
there.
real talk. Like y'all need to go. Like I'm not saying it's because it's my brother and he on the pocket. Keith really be saying some stuff, and the thing I like the best that I'm hopefully one day I can get to with the cab. You didn't need no guests. It was just you.
I
You spoke.
mean,
Yeah, it was like literally the best way the best example I give people is like Bill Bellamy telling a story, but this man is a deeper thought. Bill Bellamy tell you a story that's funny. Keep telling you a story that have you really thinking. Like like in the video, excuse me, the podcast, they probably have no more than about 8 to 12 minutes, but in them
right.
8 to 12 minutes, you getting a lot.
So yeah, man. That
I'm
was
like that's one thing that I'm hopefully this year I can do where I can literally just turn on that camera and just start speaking like that. I ain't there yet, but I'm gonna get there just like that. So that's why I was like, to me you really had something.
right. I mean, it's a matter of I'm a talk my shit, right?
Yeah.
Whether that's doing the poetry thing, when I was doing the battle rap thing, when I started doing, just I would throw a video up on Instagram before I turned it into a podcast or whatever. I'm a talk my shit. I'm now I'm in a storytelling mode. I got me and the wife got into live storytelling. Something I parlayed from doing the spoken word thing in terms of stage presence, and whatever medium I come up with, you gonna get the best of what I got. So, you know what I'm saying? If that's missing, stay tuned. It's coming in some other capacity, you know what I'm saying, as
Yeah.
usual.
Okay. So now let me keep it moving. Now mental health,
Right.
dealing with it as a black man, but now you're a vice principal.
Right.
How is that affecting you now? Because you're no longer in the classroom. You're now
Mm-hmm.
over a whole section of a school. You're not the
Right.
head man, but you're in that
Mm-hmm.
seat to be
Yeah.
that man.
Definitely
So,
different sections.
so,
Um,
how's that helping you? How's your day-to-day operations going through that?
it's now that I realize that ADHD really be kicking my ass because I can feel the lack of productivity creeping up, but it's
Mm-hmm.
coming from a place of freezing when things don't go like streamline. And the thing about being a school administrator is nothing is in a straight line. Everything is always, there's a straight line of things that you're supposed to do,
Mm-hmm.
right? I have this meeting at this time on a regular basis, but there will always be something that jumps in front. I got to do this meeting, I got to do this one, I got to do this project, and then I got to do this. What you don't anticipate is discipline is also my job, right? You can't predict when they're coming in. You can kind of tell stuff is going to be turned up after lunch, right? Lunch is where the fights typically happen. So if you're going to have to deal with a long discipline issue, you know that. But you can never predict when it's going to come up. You can never predict when an angry parent is going to come through from something that happened yesterday or last week, right? So for me personally, I don't deal with that kind of environment very well. So I'm trying to make an adjustment and figure out how to lock back into what it is I need to do, jump into a meeting on the fly, you know what I'm saying, and stuff like that. But the other side of it is I'm used to when you in the classroom, you basically anonymous until the administrator walks into the room and you, if you one of them teachers that, you know, you be catting off and you ain't doing what you're supposed to be doing, that ain't me. But you can hide. You don't really work with other adults. You work with the kids, right? And if you love it, that ain't really work. But when you are an administrator, eyes are on you all the time. All the teachers are looking. Your principal's looking. Everybody else on the admin team is looking. The office staff is looking. The district is looking and listening and got ears where you don't know that they do. So there's a on stage type of feeling to it that's not fun. You know what I'm saying? It's difficult to navigate as a black man because I truthfully have worked with a lot of black people. You know what I'm saying? I went from an all white administrative staff that had some admin-esque people that was there that was black, right? And now there's no white people on my admin team at the job I'm at now. But that presents another thing because what I wasn't ready for is the politics of the whole thing. So, you know how you gotta watch, you play the game and you code switch and stuff like that when it comes to white folks. But come to find out, you got to watch these niggas too. Because
Always. That's always.
it's not, they'll laugh in your face and everything will be all cool, and you find out they talking behind your back. Or they let you know up front that you one of them niggas. And it's difficult. It's difficult now to hide. Like, oh, I don't like this teacher. Okay, well, I'm gonna just not be around this teacher at any time. No, now this teacher is your problem, right? Like I just thought, so there's a teacher I need to have a meeting with, hopefully tomorrow, because of something that's happening in the classroom that should not be. And it's not nothing major, but it's just like you got to do this, and this. I don't like this person. Right? In fact, I'm sure that they hate me. I'll take it a step further. There's a woman that I work with who told me years ago, right, when I was first starting out as an educator working with her, that if Mike Brown had complied, he'd still be alive. And she said it randomly, right? Mm-hmm. I had a panic attack that I didn't realize it was a panic attack, and it was super mild in comparison to the panic attacks I would later have. But I made up some excuse to go home because I could not deal with what she had just said to me. And it was like that, and this woman is in charge of whether or not I'll get my teacher credential. I low-key crashed out in this space. Okay. Life goes on. I finally do become a teacher. 9 years in the classroom. I move on to admin. I come back. We're at before the school year starts meetings with the district, and here she comes. Hey, I heard congratulations are in order. You just got married, and all of this. And she's smiling in my face, and I'm like, I don't like you. Like, I really don't. And I got to see this woman every day. I got to smile. You know what I'm saying? Pretend like everything's okay. I've told multiple black coworkers. One day she said to me, blase, blah, whoop, whoop, and and that's crazy. And I'm like, okay, so you one of them. Got it. I don't really have an ally here just because you black. So it's a lot to navigate. And so, for me, I'm definitely coming home and making sure I'm decompressing every day. I don't take the job home. It's definitely a better situation work-wise than I was in, the year before. So I've seen like two ways that working in administration can be. And this one is way better. I mean, I live 5 minutes from the school. So, other stuff it's cool, but I don't know if it's the adjusting to something new, In a lot of ways, it feels like when I first became a teacher, but it's hell to navigate. But
So
everything else has always been. So I don't really know what difference it makes.
as a black man in administrative role, as a vice principal, like that, I know I come with pressure, but is it pressure where like I got to be Mr. Brown, and or is it pressure like if I can't slip up, I can't let this nigga come out of me? Because
Um,
you had a middle school, high school, elementary.
I'm in middle school right now. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that N word, yeah,
You know what?
yeah.
God, I mean, just being from the hood, my first job was at a much, them kids is rough. But this was in my hood, right? That I grew up. I don't live too far from where I grew up, but like this is the city that I grew up in. This is like the land that the school is on used to be the playground. So I'm literally in my hood. And for
Mm-hmm.
me, it was one of them things where I staying Mr. Brown and professional. Any job in education for me, the way it's been is when I'm with the kids, I'm my truest self, right?
Gotcha.
So at this point, I'm Unc. Now, it was one situation. He got caught in the bathroom, probably was smoking. Come to my office. We got to do a safety search. Make sure you ain't got no contraband or nothing on you. He don't want to go through with the search. So I'm trying to explain and just tell him like, man, look, if you didn't do nothing, you ain't got nothing. Just empty your bag. Everything be all good. And then he got angry with me for whatever reason while I'm trying to reason with him. And I was about 3, 4, 5 big bitch ass niggas before I had to step back. And what I wanted to say was, I ain't finna be too many more bitch ass niggas. But I know that when I say that, I expect the smoke and I'm ready for it, right?
Yeah.
And that don't change because these kids is crazy. I would have expected it and I would have been ready for it. But losing them checks ain't something I'm ready for. So I had to make sure to not say that, check my feelings. And I hadn't been that angry in a long time at a student. And I had to put myself in another place where it's just like, man, listen, you talking real disrespectful to me. I ain't done nothing to you. And get back into what I know to how I know to talk to people as an educator and de-escalate the situation. Outside of that situation though, I don't, and yes, I all the kids that I see have problems and they don't want to see me, but the best way that I can, I'm Unc. And you can be mad at family sometimes, and that is a relationship that you have to navigate. But for the most part, this is God's work for me. I love these kids, and they love me back. So it ain't been too much of a problem.
Now on the flip side, a black man in a prominent position,
Uh,
like I know some people like we need more of that. So how can we get more black men to get into the education field, to get into these
I
schools,
mean,
especially coming from certain neighborhoods? Because here in Jacksonville, I tell this story all the time. I did a little bit of substitute teaching. Before the school year started, Keith, they needed, I think, 737 subs to start the school year.
right.
In the hood schools, the one lady told me we could only get maybe one black male sub a
Mm,
week to come to these schools. They
that's,
get more black women, more Indian women, and more Indian men.
mm.
They say if a white man come, we already know this is last day. We ain't gonna never see him again. So how can we get more black men to go to
Um,
even just to get them to the school so they can see
just
something?
just to getting in there, I hate to say that it's something that you got to be cut for, but you
Caroline,
do.
Starlight.
DJ Star.
in a way, right? But it's for me, we can I think we can get there. You got to get people to want the jobs. The best thing that you can do to get more black men in the space to be educators is get politically active. Because of the fact of the matter is, don't nobody want to do these jobs because they don't pay good. You know what I'm saying? It's just that's the there are I know plenty of teachers who teach because, in the state of California, it is pretty sweet. We one of the highest paying regions in the Bay Area, in the country, in terms of, compensating educators. So, I got good health insurance. I don't, if it's something health related, most things I don't pay for. I got a retirement fund. When I'm teaching, I have a union. It's pretty cushy, but the income itself wasn't glorious. It just got, I've been with school districts that have made big jumps, what I'm saying, that have made me change districts and go work for them because it makes so much sense financially for me. Um, but that it's a matter of getting politically active, finding out what it is that you need to do to partner. And this is a community effort thing. If you partner with your local teachers union, if you had one, or in whatever way that you can, if you can't because they don't have a union, that needs to change. You know what I'm saying? It's very much a governmental thing, in the same way that we don't have to have a homeless problem because there's so much money in America. We don't have to have a teacher shortage. We certainly don't have a black teacher shortage. But you have to talk to the people that disseminate the funds and hire the people to make sure that they are compensating well and training training teachers well, because I'm sure you see a lot of stuff. Videos go viral every day. Some student went crazy. Now him and
Bruh,
the teacher having a knockdown drag out fight.
bruh, yeah,
It's
yeah.
funny. People send them to me all the time. I laugh at the checks that's missing because it's like, man, you didn't let him get you riled up like that. But I do get how you can get emotion to come out of you from these kids, but it's got to do with a lack of training, because the way the teacher shortage works is now they just anybody can come through here. If you got a bachelor's degree, there's not a classroom you can't get into in America right now, right? Where it used to be, or the way it should be, I know definitely in California, you have to essentially go get another degree. Teacher credential in California, especially a cleared one, not a preliminary, but a cleared, that's basically another 4-year degree. Um, and so it's a rigorous process that includes classroom management, but even there, people might not be getting the right skills. So for me, that just because I've seen it from a few different levels, getting politically active is the answer to getting more black male teachers. Because at the end of the day, everybody is willing to do a lot of jobs if they paying right.
Come on
But
now.
at the end of the day, it's the compensation. Don't know, it's hard and you ain't paying. It's pretty difficult. You know what I'm saying? So get in your local politician's ear. Tell them start paying your teachers more. Have them put pressure on the state to allocate the funds better. I don't know what you're gonna do about your president now, because he's trying to get rid of the Department of Education. But as the laws stand now,
No,
get
no, 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 no. It's not even him. You even got Ron DeSantis, who already
there you
talking
go.
about he's not even looking at giving teachers in Florida
Right.
another pay raise. And
So
where you have a shortage, not just in Duval County, but the
right.
whole state.
And
That
so
Keith, 20, no, what was it? I think it was like, I may be misquoting the number, but I think it's either 2,200 or 22,000 teachers did not return this school year. They
that's
all went
crazy.
got they went all got another
That's
job.
crazy. And so it's like, because most of the black people in the country live in the South, that's extra damning. So you're gonna have unqualified people, if anybody at all, and they got this anti-woke curriculum stuff that they try to push forward with. They got PragerU and all this other stuff that they basically teaching that, nothing white people did that's awful has ever actually happened. For me, as an educator who wants to move to the South, I don't know. I might have to stay put. Like the election changed a lot of things for me in terms of what can I do because in the South, educators don't get paid much anyway. But at the same time, now we know this is not about to even get better. And you're about to handicap me as an educator. Y'all got it. I'm going to stay out west where I can teach whatever I want to. The oppression that we have over here is neglect, where they're not paying attention. There's no oversight. I operate much better with that because as much as they making their content anti-woke, mine is extra work. Third eye bust wide open. I'm gonna come tell you how awful the people in this country are in this English lesson. You gonna walk away with the skills and some game. You know what I'm saying? And I'm being compensated a living wage for what I do. So that's a huge thing. You want more black teachers, you got to pay them. That's it.
Keith, 2025, did you see yourself the way you are now? Because before you got to Grambling, what was you thinking about in life general?
Shit. Before I got to Graham, bro, I trying to play some JUCO football, maybe. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know I wanted to be an educator until none of the jobs that, require a criminal justice degree had any openings. I had already graduated with no plan, no clue what to do. I didn't see myself nowhere near this. I legit don't know where I saw myself. Maybe doing juvenile probation was the idea in 2011, but before then, no idea, man. No idea. No clue whatsoever.
That's what's up. All right, man. So we got Keef Brown in here with the 44 series, man. It's some questions I'm gonna hold off because Perk just texted me talking about, man, she can't get back on for another day. So I'm gonna hold off. But I am gonna go to our Cal Pride question now. Keith, we have upgraded our questions.
Okay.
So we got a little bit better. Now,
all right, some of
the questions gonna be fill in the blank.
Okay.
You can pick one or the other. But Keith, if you try, I gotta say this, but I know you're not. But if you try to play us not giving no answer, we will be in this all night until we get answer. All right, Keith. So first question, Keith, love or money?
Love. Money will be there.
Financial literacy or health literacy?
Health literacy. Can't get money without being here.
Keith, you can pick 1 out of 3, 2 out of 3, but you can't pick all 3.
Okay.
T-shirt and panties, lingerie, or nothing at all?
Butt naked, my shirt and panties all day. Lingerie could go.
Keith, what is McDonald's money?
McDonald's money. God, man, boy, that is profound. Goddamn. McDonald's money is adult autonomy. That's really what it is, right? It's adult autonomy. It's not just having the money, right? Everybody got $8. It's the wherewithal to spend that money because it ain't gonna break your back. That is McDonald's money. $20 at this point.
Okay.
With inflation.
Keith, at this age, do you test the water or you just dive in?
God. I want to say I dive in because it's deep, but I'm
on
definitely
the podcast, I'm gonna call you right back.
there. I'm definitely sticking my toe in that water to see, just to see. Because I can't afford to get into nothing crazy because I ain't single no more.
Okay. Keith, where do most of your money go to?
The rent.
Keith, if you could go back to your very first time as you pulling your drawers off, what would you tell yourself right before you do it?
What would I tell myself?
Right before you
Uh,
taking the drawers off, you're about to do what you do. What would you whisper in your ear, or what would you tell yourself right
I
before
would
you
tell
do?
myself to ask that woman if she has ovulated or if she's presently ovulating, and I would let her answer dictate whether or not I was going to use a condom.
Oh wow, that's
Because
a
knowing what I know
Keith,
now,
Keith Brown,
conception
ladies
is a
and gentlemen.
miracle. And
Keith Brown, ladies and gentlemen. Keith Brown, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, I bet y'all
listen,
weren't ready
listen.
for that
Now,
answer.
look, the
I bet y'all
prerequisite
wasn't ready for that
is
answer.
trading that medical information. Let me see. You know what I'm saying? If everything's
I
clean, you
I
good, I'm
know
good.
y'all
All right.
wasn't ready for that answer. I know y'all weren't ready for that answer, baby. Keith
You
Brown.
know
All
what I'm
right, Keith.
saying?
Keith, would you rather live forever or be remembered forever?
Oh man, life is not precious because it lasts forever. I want to be remembered.
Keith, out of your five senses, touch, eyesight, taste, hearing, and smell, which four will you give up for $10 million? $10
10 million?
million. Which four would you give up?
You said touch, eyesight.
Taste, hearing, and smell.
Get smell out of here. Yeah. Yeah.
Smell out of there.
Actually, no. I'm changing my answer. I would get rid of the sense of taste. I would. Because
Taste gone.
if taste is gone, I'm not tempted to eat delicious shit. I only have to eat the things that I need. And I can find joy in something that smells nice. Yours smell good, right? We could be sitting at the same table. Yours smell
Okay.
good. I'm sustained. I done shed all the body fat as quick as I could. Yeah, yeah,
Keith,
that would be it.
what is off limit in the bedroom for you?
For me, what's off
What
limits?
is what is off limit? What is now? We ain't doing that.
Third party with a penis. Yeah.
Keith, right now in your current state, how have you increased your intimacy with your woman?
Starting at the beginning. Um, put my phone down, looking her dead in the eye, talking to her, right? Making her feel seen. Undistracted love. Um, you can do a lot of stuff. Kiss her neck, suck on this, bite on that, spank that. All of that is cool.
Mhm.
But when you just spend time with her, listen to her actively, talk with her about anything, laugh with her, that foreplay that yields what I call the tesseract. Okay, it's not just any box, it is the box. Okay, if you don't know what a tesseract is,
That is,
Google it and
yeah,
watch the Avengers.
come on now. Come
Yeah,
on now.
that's that. You don't now. Listen, you can.
Once again, I know y'all weren't ready for that answer,
Hey,
but Keith
hey, girl,
Brown.
pull up. You know, at this
Keith
hour,
Brown.
sneaky link, blase blah.
Keith
That
Brown.
that box when you done tended to her emotionally and intellectually,
Keith
pristine.
Brown.
It don't
Keith
get better.
Brown. Keith, who are you accountable with
Who am I
outside your
accountable?
wife? Who are
I,
you accountable
wife?
with outside your wife?
My brother Patrick Thompson. Uh, yeah, I say just about all my male friends. They hold me accountable. I'm blessed and I'm lucky to have men around me who are the exception. You know, who if I do something foul, I can't hide it. I gotta bring it to the table, and I'm gonna get ridiculed for fuck shit. So that definitely helps keep my nose clean for sure.
Keith, how much of your mother and father do you see them in yourself right now?
God, I've always known my dad to be bald with a beard. There's pictures of him with hair. I don't remember. um, My dad loves to be alone. I get that from him. I'm rapidly turning into both of my parents. My mama spends money indiscriminately on the things that she wants for herself because she couldn't have them when she was a kid. Here
Mm.
I am, blowing money when I feel good. You know what I'm saying? 1,000%. I am nothing without my parents, and I'm nothing if not them.
Keith, without using words, how do you let your partner know I need it?
Shit. There's a knocking on the door thing, right? And it's the side of the thigh, right? Only the side.
Come on now, talk to me, Keith.
And you just snuggle, just cuddle. You know what I'm saying? Like she want to, she might not. You know what I'm saying? All that stuff that you gotta the pre before you just. I'm cuddling, right? I'm doing what you want, and then hey, what's that poking me, girl?
Last question, Keith. Oh, excuse me, two more questions, then we're done. How do you keep yourself from not being average? What does Keef Brown do on a daily basis from not being average? Now, when I mean average, it's your opinion, not the world.
Right.
What is average? Average to you might be not going to McDonald's. Average to
Right.
somebody else is not making $50,000. What
Mhm.
is that? What is it? What it does it mean to you? How does Keith Brown keep himself from not being average?
I keep myself from being average by be hold on, what am I right? See this. The way that I avoid being average is the way Christ taught us to.
Mhm.
You understand? I searched them scriptures for what it is my Savior asked me to be, and I be that. Okay. But on some real shit, being like legit like Jesus, but not like how people think Jesus was. Like
I
going out of
got it.
my way to be kind to people. You know what I'm saying? To be a positive force. Let me see if I can make this person smile today. Instead of getting angry with somebody about something that I didn't have to, let me figure out if we can have a more positive interaction. Why don't I assert myself in the times where I would normally shrink? All the things that you know what I'm saying and my interpretation of the scriptures, just going out and being that thing that is never like just no smut, just be good rather than letting mediocrity and being average be something where I'm out trying to get this money, and whatever that takes is what I'm willing to do. Whoever I got to fuck over, you know, all this other stuff. I don't. Something me and my wife agreed to. We put these, you know, in our affirmations. I'm not going to let money dictate what type of person I'm going to be. Right. So, um, I don't. I go to my job and I do my job from a place of love. Mostly because the money ain't enough. Granted, as an administrator, it is a quite pretty penny. But the love has to sustain me through this because the money will have me operating in a way that's not going to make me happy, like your average Joe. And I can't afford to be average. So I go out and I go be the person Jesus said to go be.
And the final question, Keith, we asked you for one time, but we just asked again because it's been 5 seasons. Who has the better pancakes, Cracker Barrel or Whataburger?
Cracker Barrel. And it's just because of that sweet, sweet whiteness that is inherent to Cracker Barrel that makes it that way. Yeah, that's what it is. It's the oppression that makes them so delicious. That's it.
Well, Keith, this is part of the podcast where we give you the flow. You get to say what you want to say, promote what you want to promote. The floor is yours.
Shit. Link in the bio for my Instagram, the Keef Brown. You know what I'm saying? TheKeef Brown. You'll find a link to a storytelling event that I'm gonna be a part of. Pull up, fuck with your boy. You gonna start seeing more content in a way of storytelling. I can't tell all of my stories that I want to in the live storytelling medium. So I'm gonna start recording some stuff. Real Nigga Quotes Volume 3 is coming very soon. Just look forward to more of me talking my shit. Oh, the month of March is White History Month. I got a lot of white history facts to tell the country about itself. So that'll be my next, you know what I'm saying? That'll be my next Instagram series. I'm gonna be offering the people, different facts of important white people, throughout history. And that's, your abolitionists like John Brown, and then you got Susan Smith, who drowned her children and blamed the black man for it.
We definitely gonna bring back and we're gonna promote the heck out of that. All right, Keith. First of all, my brother, I appreciate you for doing this. I know not really, because it's just what 9, 7, 8 o'clock.
7:30.
It's almost 11 o'clock over here, so you good. But I do appreciate you doing this. We got to get you back because Perk was like, we got to get you back. But final question: as you get close to your 40s, what are you looking forward to?
Being washed, seeing more that the world has to offer than my job, and a nice bar with a good old fashioned traveling. I got me and the wife got a lot of traveling coming up, and then taking advantage of the spoils that God has afforded me. So spending my money well and traveling. That's the biggest thing.
40 series, man. We got my boy Keef Brown in here. I do appreciate you doing this. We is gonna get him back for a part 2, at least to get
for sure.
By the time we get him back, we should be maybe a week or 2 weeks into White History Month. So that means there should be stuff out so I can start putting it out. But Keith, you always know, bro, if you need us to do anything, promote, let us know. It's always love. Your family. So with that being said, 44 says we wrap up. Perk and Quitter can make it, but I'm holding it down. And like I always say, we're going to get better and do better. And y'all have a good night. Cal Podcast.
Hey, peace.
G14 classified. That's good.
Headline, Starlight.
DJ Star.